Hi everyone, so happy you took the time again to come over and watch a new video from Dyanne, and my name is Janny. Here on this channel you will find DIYs, shop with me, decorate with me and our home tours. If you like this content, we hope of course you will consider subscribing to Dyanne and my channel and welcome you to our family. Of course, like I always say, enough talking, let's see what Dyanne and I are up to. For this DIY we only need a couple of things. We need a canvas. Of course I have a very cheap one. They are always two in a pack for only €1, similar like dollars. But of course if you want to do it very cheap you can also do it with a piece of cardboard. I have here an old piece of cardboard because we need a little piece of it later on. We are going to use a couple of the wooden buttons. I am having new ones because they are very cheap, this one, but you can also do them from an old jacket or something else. But look around in your home, you will find some different sizes. I use some wooden letters, but of course you can use some stickers, and you can, if you are a really great writer, you also can write it. And of course I'm using some painter's tape for later on my canvas. So this is a little bit beside the paint what we will need for this DIY. So the first thing we are going to do is just take our tape, and we are going to tape off some stripes which I want to keep white because the rest will be black, but I only do a couple of the stripes. They are the same white as I am using for my tape. So you can imagine everything will be black, but only a couple of stripes I will do in the white color. I am just eyeballing it, but of course you can also measure it out. But the only thing, make sure that you also do the sides. So just fold it over here, and also this one, because the sides we're also making painting. So, and just squeeze it hard so you are sure that no paint is going under it. But even when you're doing your best, it's still easy. You see already my DIY is already flying away. It doesn't want to work with me. So I'm just doing also this side. So I am always have the same stripes on this side. So I have now two of them, and now I'm going to try to get still two in between, one over here and one over here. I think it's a little bit difficult for you to see, but I'm just going to lay one over here and just lay one over here. And of course, like I said, if you want to measure it out, it's also fine. I'm just going to look for if I have the same size in between. And of course, it's not totally. So you see, I have 4 stripes. So this will be black, this will be black, this will be black, and this will be, and the sides will be black. So I'm going to finish this off, and then we're going to paint it. So you see, everything is finished off. I hope you can see it a little bit, the shininess where I have my stripes. And of course, now I'm taking my black schoolboard paint because I use black, but of course you can use any color you like. I'm just going to paint it, and just also don't forget the sides so it get a nice ending. So I'm going to paint all the pieces black, and then we are going to remove the tape so we can hopefully get some nice stripes. You see how it looks when you painted everything. So of course I didn't forget the sides, so I let it dry now for a couple of minutes because schoolboard paint is drying very fast. And then we're going to remove the tape together, and like I said, we hope we get nice stripes, but we will see. So my piece is dried up. What we're going to do right now is just take our tape, and we are going to work very slowly our tape off, and now we hope we get nice stripes. And until now everything is going great, but like I said, we still need 3, so it still can go wrong. I have to look for the start of our first I'm going to do this one. see a little bit on this side. And now we're going to do this one. And now we are going to do the last piece, but I taped it so fast, he really did go, go stuck on my piece. So I am very happy because he didn't run out, only a little bit over here, but at the end I am very happy how he's looking like. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take a piece of cardboard and I'm going to make a nice heart for on top of here. So you see, I took a piece of cardboard and I did try to make a heart but I am a very bad a drawer for out of hand. I am not great in this. So I did make a heart this way. I'm going to cut it out and then I'm going to look if I can work a little bit with it to get it fitting inside of my little canvas. Here you see my heart. I know there are a lot of people who can do it better than I am. I am such a great, so bad drawer. But of course, I did my best to make a heart. I'm going to look if I am, because I still want to have some letters under here. So think I'm going to make him a little bit smaller. And then we are going to paint this one also in the black color. So you see, this is the final heart. What I'm going to do, and I'm going to paint this one also in the black schoolboard paint. And of course, don't forget to do the sides of your cardboard too, because or else if you look at the sides, you still can see that it is cardboard. Of course, it is not really bad, but of course, it's always nicer that you are just painting it with. So. You see already, and I'm sorry for everyone who is new here. I'm sorry if my English is not the greatest, because English is my second language and not my first. So I hope, bear with me if everything is not perfectly English. So I'm just doing my best. So I will paint this off and then we're going to decorate our little heart with some buttons. And here you see already our heart is already dried up. We are going to lay it beside. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the buttons. And of course, if you have buttons in a color, it's always a little bit more difficult to do it with a marker, because I'm going to do it with a marker, the pink one and the red one. But of course, if you have used buttons, you have to, of course, paint them with some paint. I'm going to do them in this color, and you see already I tried out the red and the pink one, and most of the time I use markers, because if you paint it most of the time the little holes are always filled with some paint. But of course, if you're a great painter, that's fine too. I'm going to do it with some markers, and I'm going to do a couple of them, and then we are going to glue them on top of our little heart. So you see already I have marked all my buttons in the red and the pink one. What I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to fill them in our heart. I'm just going to do first the sides to give also the heart a shape, and I'm doing that with the little smaller ones. And of course I will make the shape of the heart first and glue it on top. So I will start with a little glue and just glue it a little bit. So I have a little of my center, and then we're going to work around it so we get a heart shape, and then we are going to fill it in. And this is the result, of course, of my heart. And there are a lot of people who like it a little bit better if you fill everything up, but I'm loving it that the black is still popping through. But of course, if you want to have it totally with buttons or with something else, it's fine. So this is just an inspiration. I like it a little bit better this way. What I'm going to do right now, we are going to take our canvas and we are going to glue this on top of the canvas. And here is the canvas, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to glue this on top of here, and then we are going to do some lettering over here in this white piece. But I don't know for sure if I like it totally white. Maybe I will distress it a little bit with some furniture wax, but of course, because I love a little bit the rustic. But if you like white, it's also fine, but maybe I will distress this one a little bit more in the rustic color. But first we're going to glue this on top of here. So I'm just going to glue my heart. And of course, my glue gun is already empty. So I won't bore you with that. I show you when he's on top of here. Yes, I got him on top of on top of here. My glue gun was ready. So you see, I am really loving the black and the pink and the reds. So I'm going to take some wooden letters. Here you see what I chose for. I chose for the word Valentine. Of course, he is in opposite direction than you read it right now, but later on you will see the right way. So I chose Valentine, but you can do Be Mine. You can do anything you like. I love Valentine, so I'm going to glue this on top of here. I am debating what color I will give it, so I have to think about it. If I just give it a wax color, so a little bit of the brown color, and leave this white, or do this brown and this white. So I have to debate it, but maybe I am doing this in the brown color and just leave this a little bit distressing, but the rest I will leave a white. I just told you that I probably would do this in a wax color, but I was finding in my markers, I did find the gold color, and I think I like the gold color a little bit better than waxing. So I'm going to just coloring the letters in the gold color, I think, and then we are almost finished. So then later on you will see the end result. And here you see the finished result of our button sign for the Valentine, and I am really loving the touch of the red and the pink button and the gold on top of our letters. I think it gives a little bit more of a high-end look, so I am really happy how it turned out, but always give your own twist on it because this is just an inspiration, but I am happy how it turned out. And here you see what we will use for this DIY. This DIY is so very easy. We only need 4 pieces of trash wood and just make 4 square pieces. I think that's a little bit nicer. But of course you can use them a little bit longer, but I use the square ones. We need a little bit of paint, just a little bit of the red color and some white, so we can mix it together to make white and pink. So this is for now the only thing we are going to need for this simple DIY. And the first thing what we're going to do is just take our blocks, and I'm going to do all sides. I'm going to distress it with a little bit of white chalk paint. So I show you a little bit what I will do, because I don't want to paint it. We start in the middle and we just going a little bit to the sides, but not a whole lot. So we are going to try to keep a little bit away of the sides, just go a little bit around it and just do a little bit over here so you don't get a thick layer of white chalk paint. I do a little bit further and then I show you exactly what I mean. You see exactly what I mean. I just did a little bit of the sides because the middle pieces we will give a pink color or a red color. I do 2 pink and 2 of the red color. So I'm just giving a layer around it with a little bit of the stressing of the white, and I'll do all 4 of them. So the base is white and we are going to get the middle in the pink and in the red color. So I will do all 4 of them. And then we are going to do the next step and color them in the red and the pink. You see already my blocks are dried up. What I'm going to do right now, I'm just taking one of the blocks of at least 2 of them I will do in the pink, like I said. I mixed up a little bit of the pink color. I just do a light color and I'm just going to distress it in the middle. I'm just going to work away a little bit of it's a little bit too much on my wood, so I'm just going to dab it and just until the white. It's very easy, you don't have to use a lot, just dab it a little bit and just do as much as you think you neat, and you still can see, it's okay if you still can see a little bit of the wood color. I like a little bit of the rustic color. Maybe I will distress it later also a little bit with some furniture wax to give it a little bit more of an old feeling, but you don't have to do it, and you don't have to use the pink or the red. You can use any color you like. So I'm going to do all sides of them, in this one in the pink and 2 in the red. And you see already on my hands and on my blocks and everywhere, it is all paint. But what I totally did forget to tell you is that we also need 2 of the styrofoam balls. You also can use wooden beads. You need 2 measurements. I use this one as a smaller one, and I have a bigger one in the pink. So you paint one red and you paint the other one in the pink color. We need them later to finish off our stack of blocks. So the top we will be decorating, but of course we need these 2 beads or styrofoam, just what you have on hand. And I tell you later what we're going to do with it. Here you see already my blocks are already finished. Maybe, like I said, I will distress a little bit later with a black or the brown color, but I don't know yet. We will see what I'm going to do right now, because if you put the letter on top of here, this way it's very little and small, but I don't have bigger letters. So if you have stickers or something else you can stamp it, it's okay too. But what I'm going to do, I found some wooden slices. I ordered this always online on AliExpress. So I take 16 of them, because I need 4 of each side for here. I'm going to lay it on top of here. I will mark this in the black color, and I will do the letters in the gold color, and then I'm going to glue this on top of each other, and so we get a little bit more that the letter is popping up, because or else he will be disappearing a little bit on top of your wooden block. You see already this much smaller. So I have already an example for you how it will look like. I already did with a marker the black one, and with a marker the gold one. You see I use simple markers, gold and black. And if you do it this way, and now you're going to lay it on top of here, you see already if you have your pink block, it looks it's popping up a little bit better than if you have it only the letter. So I will do all 4 of them, and then we're going to stack them on top of each other. So you see already I did all of my blocks with the lettering, and I think they turned out so nice. And I did the last one, the top block, which will be above. I did also in the middle a little bit of the red color, just the same as the sides. And I just did 1 black round extra, just to do it over here. And what we're going to do, because I told you just paint 1 of the little balls in the pink and the red. So I'm going to glue this, and I will glue this way. And I marked this one also in the gold color, and maybe I will do this one on top of here. So we will see if this will work out or not. We will see. But first I'm going to glue them on top of each other. And here you see already how they look like when you glue them together. This is our little top. We still need to glue on top of our blocks. And then I show you the end result. You see already how easy it is. And of course on the top you also can do some ribbon. I also have some ribbon over here. So you can also choose, if you like it a little bit better, choose some ribbon in the colors you use. But I like this little top. And here you see the finished result of our stack blocks. At least I hope you call it stack blocks, at least blocks on top of each other. I did XOXO, but of course you can also do love on top of it, and you can do them also beside each other. This is just an inspiration, like I always say, but I am really happy, and you can place them anywhere in your decor, and you can give them any color you like. But I am really happy how this one is turned out.
Hey everyone, it's Dyanne here. Are you ready for a new DIY? Today I want to give this old plaque a flip. It already has a twine cord, which I'm going to leave there, but I want to flip the front. So what I'm going to do, first remove the stickers, and then I will paint it black with this blackboard paint here, and just a brush. I'm going to give it a total transformation. Now these are just stickers which you can easily remove by hand, or if you need something sharper, then just simply pick a knife. Okay, the plaque is clean, time to paint. I'm just putting my brush into the paint and then simply start painting. This blackboard paint comes from Action, and Janny and I use it a lot because it is actually, the coverage is superb. As you can see, only one layer is enough to paint the entire white color away. Don't forget to do the edges as well. And then wait until it's dry. You can also use a blow dryer if you want to dry it really quickly, but that depends on the paint. Here it works well, but it doesn't work good on every type of paint. Okay, the plaque is dry. I let the twine cord stay in there. Now it's time to pimp it a little bit up, and I made my own printable for this. Here we have the Hello Sweetheart printable for Valentine's Day. So I'm just going to cut this figure out and then Mod Podge it upon the wooden plaque. Okay, the printable is ready. Let's get rid of the excess paper. What I want to do now is just pour some glue. This is fake Mod Podge on the back part of this printable. Then brush it out and add it to the wooden plaque. Just add it like so. Then you take a brush, and then you can simply start, if this thing wants to cooperate, brushing in the glue. Do the edges really well, because that is actually the most important part to glue, not the center. And then I will stand up and glue this thing to the plaque. Easy as that. Okay, there's glue everywhere. Now what you need is a clean brush. And then I will stand up because I can't do this twice. Carefully put this in my hand, put this one down, and I'm going to line it up so that if I start gluing, everything will be in the exact center. Okay, take out the printable and gently just push it into the right place. Don't push too hard. Okay, I think right there. Oh, the S is getting apart. Let's move it over here. Carefully loosen it up. Carefully start tearing on this side. And the S is now inside of the wood. Okay, then I just start brushing here in the center because I'm going to make some sort of cross here and there, and now I can start brushing in to the outer parts, and then I can let the glue dry. This nearly fits. And now you don't have air bubbles. As you can see, the gluing is done really smoothly. I'm just going to cut off the excess paper here and there, and then we can start finishing it off with some ribbon after the glue is dry, of course. I can give you a tip. Removing excess paper works the best if you put the printed side downwards and just cut around the edge like this, because if you flip it otherwise, you always leave a little bit of paper left on the edge, and then you get the clean result. So yeah, this works actually the best for me. Carefully cut away the excess part of the paper. Okay, the plaque is done. Here it is. Now I only want to decorate it for Valentine's Day with some nice piece of bow. And therefore I'm going to use this one here. It is a wired one, printed unfortunately only on one side, but for Dutch standards this stuff is great. Just a red one with dots. I think that looks pretty cute together. And maybe I'm going to add some greenery upon it or some berries. I don't know that yet. Okay, I will show you how I'm going to make a bow step by step, but I can't film the whole process because I have to go to the kitchen to use my hot glue gun. What I have 40 centimeters long part of ribbon here, and I'm going to fold both ends to the center, just like so, a little bit less, just like so. I'm going to glue this part here. Then I'm going to pinch everything together, like so. And I'm going to take a tiny piece of cloth, maybe even put it together, and then wrap it around, actually. And I'm going to make 2 fishtails for the bottom part. So that's basically how I'm going to do it. I will show you the final results soon. If you want to, you can only do this with 2 layers of fabric. Then you get this kind of bow. I just put some glistering stuff behind the ribbon and now it looks more romantic. You can also use some iron wire or tie rib upon the center part and then cover it up with some fabric from the bow itself. Here's the bow, just as I had it in mind. Only going to make some fishtails and then glue everything to the plaque, and then the bow is done. And then you get practically this idea, only these are going to be kind of more elegant. Yeah, and that's the idea. I hope that you like how it turns out. Okay, this is how it looks like with the bow and the fishtails glued on. Hope you can see it well. A bit hard for me to film here. I think it looks super cute and elegant. I didn't put the glistering stuff here underneath because, yeah, that would catch too much. That wouldn't be too much in my opinion. But yeah, of course you can do it if you want to. You can also flip the bow because I glued everything together. The sequence part and the glitter part and the bow itself. The dotted bow. Oh, some glitter here. This stuff is actually quite messy if you want to cut it, but I really like the end result. And yeah, it looks pretty high end to me, if you say so. And here you see the final result of the bowl. I really like this ornament. You can use it literally everywhere. In a tree, in a wreath, upon a garland, wherever you want to in your tray. And also like how the printable out turned out by myself. Just made a wood print and put some loose letters upon it. And then this is what you get. Basic farmhouse Valentine's decor.
So this was it already for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and of course if you like this content I hope you will consider subscribing to Dyanne and my channel. Click the bell so you will be notified every time we upload a new video. Enough talking. We wish you all a beautiful day. Stay safe, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we hope to see you in our next video. Love from Dyanne and me. Bye everyone.